For nearly 80 years, the US dollar has dominated international trade, international reserves, and served as the main currency used in global trade. But a growing list of countries, Brazil, China, and Russia, are trying to change this trend. It's being labeled as de-dollarisation. What's this growing trend and what does it mean? Let's take a look. Dollar is the global economy's dominant reserve, meaning that it's the main currency held by the world's central banks. The Bretton Woods Agreement at the end of the World War II also established US dollar as the primary currency of international trade, which is why commodities like crude oil and natural gas are almost always priced in dollars. That's a massive source of economic power for the US. De-dollarisation is the movement to reduce other countries' reliance on the dollar, often with the goal of undermining the US. China called for suppliers in the Middle East to accept its own currency rather than the dollar in the oil trades in December. Meanwhile, Russia has stepped up its de-dollarisation efforts over the past year. China and Russia have also repeatedly pledged, alongside the other members of the BRICS group of countries, to launch a new reserve currency they hope could replace the dollar as an international reserve. On April 26, Argentina said it will pay for Chinese imports in yuan instead of US dollars in order to preserve its dwindling foreign reserves. More recently, Brazil announced the Chinese yuan had displaced the euro as the second largest currency in its foreign reserves on March 31, striking fears that the dollar's reserve status could be under threat. But despite China's de-dollarisation effort, the yuan still accounts for just 2.7% of all foreign exchange reserves, according to the IMF, and analysts believe it's unlikely that a rival currency will unseat the buck anytime soon. Last year, RBI had allowed international trade settlements in rupee amid the Ukraine-Russia war. Experts say that developing countries such as India must carefully weigh the potential benefits and risks associated with this transition. De-dollarisation offers several potential benefits for developing countries. Moving away from the US dollar can reduce their vulnerability to fluctuations in the US monetary policy and enhance their monetary autonomy, enabling them to better tailor policy actions to their domestic economic conditions. Moreover, the diversification of reserve currencies could provide a buffer against currency fluctuations and capital flow reversals, reducing the likelihood of financial crisis and improving overall financial stability. However, de-dollarisation also presents challenges and potential costs for developing countries. As developing countries transition away from the US dollar, they may face heightened exchange rate volatility, which could impact trade, investment, and capital flows.